Good evening, Nick. It's Wednesday, January 14th, and I'm just going to disagree with you. I like minor characters. They're kind of awesome. So, Nick, I'd like to start by saying that I did like your analysis of games as putting you as the focal point. You're the hero. You are the star of the show. And that's one reason they're really different, and that it's really that brings it to the foreground and it's not in the background like other mediums. But being the hero, while important, doesn't mean anything if you don't have any other characters around. Like, Nick, what is the hero if there's no villain? What is the hero if they don't have a sidekick, or people that they're fighting for, or a cause, or something? The hero's incomplete without all those other characters around them. Yes, I think it's nice to be the focal point, but it's not just enough for you to be the focal point. Even Mario, in his platforming glory, has something that he's fighting for. He has people that he's fighting for. He's trying to do something, and he also is juxtaposed to antagonists that he's against. And he's not really Mario without them. We need those minor characters. We need those side characters in order to really round out the picture. And Nick, I'll argue that those kinds of characters are even more important in video games than they are in any other medium. Because if you are the hero, and you're kind of building your identity around this character, then you really, really need something that you're against, or else things revolving around you are even less important. I mean, Nick, what is Mario without the Koopas? What is Sora without the Heartless? And what is Master Chief without the Covenant? They're nothing. They're just hollow figures that just kind of walk around the world. But by having those other minor characters, they have something that they're juxtaposed to that gives them more meaning, that makes them more powerful and makes a better narrative. And Nick, while I'm on a roll disagreeing with you, I'm just gonna go out and say that you aren't necessarily the protagonist or the hero in your story, even within these video games. I mean, Nick, when the story revolves around you, it's kind of easy to imagine you're the hero. You're fighting the bad guys. Bad guys. Gosh, I have no spatial intelligence. But are you really fighting the bad guys, or are you maybe the bad guy? I mean, Nick, in Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, which is by far probably the most underrated Legend of Zelda game, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, great evil bad guy, is given a lot of depth because he says that the reason that he invaded Hyrule was because his land was not arable, his people couldn't live there. The desert was just inhospitable, and so they came and invaded Hyrule because his people needed to live. And Link, instead of being like, yo dog, that's really sad, let's work something out, puts a sword in his freaking forehead. I mean, that doesn't make me really feel better. I want to be the hero where everybody can win, not necessarily where one side has to win. So yeah, Nick, video games definitely do bring us to the center, I totally agree, but the center doesn't mean anything without, some kind of circle, rectangle, rhombus? Pentagon, something surrounding it, such as side characters, and I'm not really sure, and I'm not really convinced that we're always necessarily the hero. We might be portrayed as one, but we aren't always one, and I think it's important to think about our characters when we play them. Are we really the good guys, or are we not? Nick, feel free to disagree with me, and I'll see you on Friday.